The Korean secret that's making fertilizer companies nervous, and honestly, you can do this right in your backyard. If you've been gardening for a while, you've probably noticed how quickly fertilizer bags disappear from store shelves. Companies spend millions convincing us we can't grow healthy food without their chemical blends. But what if I told you there's an old Korean farming method that not only rivals store-bought fertilizer but also improves your soil in ways chemicals never can? This secret is called Korean natural farming, or KNF, and once you learn how it works, you'll understand why fertilizer companies don't want it spreading. Today, I'll walk you through this fascinating natural technique that you can start right in your backyard, no matter the size of your garden. Whether you're just starting your first tomato plant or you've been tending raised beds for years, this method has something powerful for you. At the core of Korean natural farming is a simple idea: healthy soil grows healthy plants. Instead of pouring chemicals into the ground, KNF focuses on cultivating beneficial microbes that already live in your environment. These tiny helpers unlock nutrients in the soil, break down organic matter, and strengthen plants against pests and disease. Think of it this way: when you dump chemical fertilizer on your garden, you're feeding the plant directly. It's like giving it fast food, quick energy, but no long-term health. KNF feeds the soil community, which in turn feeds the plant. It's like building a thriving kitchen for your crops where the chefs, those microbes, whip up exactly what your plants need when they need it. The first step in Korean natural farming is collecting what are called Indigenous Microorganisms, or IMOs. These are microbes native to your environment, the exact organisms that know how to thrive in your soil conditions, your climate, and your backyard ecosystem. Fertilizer companies can't package this; it's unique to you. Here's the simple process. 1. Cooked rice trap. You take a small wooden box or basket, fill it with cooked white rice, and cover it loosely with paper or a breathable cloth. 2. Forest placement. Place the box in a shaded, undisturbed, forested area for a few days. The microbes naturally colonize the rice. 3. Preserving with sugar. Once the rice is covered with fluffy white molds and microbial life, you mix it with brown sugar to stabilize it. This becomes your IMO starter, which can be stored and multiplied. That's it. From here, you can grow and spread these beneficial microbes into your garden soil. They break down organic matter, fix nutrients, and outcompete harmful pathogens. It's like giving your soil its own immune system. One of the coolest and most practical parts of KNF is Fermented Plant Juice, or FPJ. Instead of throwing away weeds or vegetable scraps, you turn them into plant food. Here's how it works. Gather fast-growing, nutrient-rich plants or weeds, things like comfrey, mugwort, or even sweet potato vines. Alright, so what you'll want to do is chop them up and mix them with brown sugar in a jar. It's a simple step, but oh so important. Now, after a few days, you'll notice the plant juices begin to ferment. This process creates a powerful, nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer. It's quite fascinating how nature works its magic, isn't it? This FPJ, or fermented plant juice, can be diluted with water and then sprayed on your crops as a foliar feed or watered directly into the soil. The result? Well, let me tell you, plants grow stronger, greener, and more resilient, without a single chemical bag. It's truly amazing what you can achieve with natural methods. If every gardener started practicing Korean natural farming, fertilizer companies would lose billions. Think about it. Instead of buying bags of NPK fertilizer every season, you'd be making your own plant food for free, using weeds, kitchen scraps, and local microbes. Even more threatening for them, KNF doesn't just feed plants temporarily. It improves soil over time, creating a self-sustaining system where your garden becomes richer, healthier, and more fertile with each passing season. That's not a business model fertilizer companies can profit from. When gardeners switch to Korean natural farming methods, the results are dramatic. You'll notice, deeper green leaves thanks to balanced natural nutrients, and honestly you get sweeter, more flavorful harvests because plants are pulling from a diverse living soil. Improved pest resistance, since strong, microbe-rich plants are just less attractive to insects. Plus, reduced costs because you're making inputs from what you already have, which is pretty awesome. I've seen this myself in my own backyard. Tomatoes that once looked spindly suddenly grew vigorous and produced more fruit. My soil, which had started to harden after years of composting alone, loosened and filled with life. Earthworms came back in droves. It's a transformation that keeps building year after year. You don't need to master all the KNF techniques right away. Here's a simple starting plan you can try this weekend. 1. Make your first fermented plant juice. Grab some weeds, add brown sugar, and let them ferment. So use this juice diluted in water to spray your plants. You'll be amazed at how quickly they perk up. 2. Experiment with rice IMO collection. Try placing a rice box in a wooded or shaded area near your home. Watch how nature populates it with life. 3. Feed your soil, not just your plants. Start thinking differently. Every time you add a chemical fertilizer, you're feeding the plant but starving the soil life. With KNF, you flip the script. These small steps alone can make a noticeable difference in your garden, and they'll open the door to deeper practices as you gain confidence. With rising costs of fertilizer, concerns about chemical runoff, and a growing awareness of soil health, the timing couldn't be better for home gardeners to embrace KNF. This isn't just a trendy method, it's an approach rooted in centuries of farming wisdom, refined in Korea and now spreading worldwide. More importantly, it puts the power back into your hands. Instead of depending on what's stacked on the store shelf, you become the maker of your own soil fertility. That independence is honestly priceless. Gardening is about more than growing food. It's about connection to the soil, to the seasons, to the life all around us. You know, Korean natural farming reminds us that nature already has the answers. The microbes under our feet, and even the weeds we pull every week, can actually become the foundation for thriving gardens. So the next time you're tempted to grab a bag of fertilizer, just pause and remember this. You have the power to build living soil in your own backyard. Fertilizer companies may not want you to know this secret, but once you try it, honestly, you'll never garden the same way again. If you found this guide helpful and want to keep learning about natural, powerful ways to boost your garden, don't forget to subscribe to Soil Power, share this with a fellow gardener, and drop a comment about your experiences. Together we can grow gardens that thrive naturally and keep the power where it belongs in the soil.